All right, Carson, we're going to continue this morning with the Brindlee Mountain Lions and Coach Keith Garner. And Coach, welcome back to Media Day. If you'd introduce the players or let them introduce themselves, and then if you'd make some opening comments about your Lions for the 2022 season.
Boy, it's good to be back here again. Good to see all you faces. It seems like, not very long ago we were here, and it's good to be back. I've got with me today, I've got 3 juniors, and to my right here is Anthony Webb. To my left is Joey Cox, and then Evan Parks on the far end. And these guys have been through it here at Brindlee. And, I smiled and I laughed and I wanted to cry as I heard Coach Williams talking earlier because he hit on a lot of the things that we both have to deal with. And these kids are prime examples of fighting the battles when they're young, too young to be on the football field. They've driven up I-75 and fallen in there with the Fifes, the Geraldines, the Plainviews, and the Sylvanias, and they've battled them as 8th graders and as 9th graders. And we're finally growing up. Got a big junior class, and we're excited. Just glad to be here.
Coach, you talked about your junior class. Talk about how many seniors on this team, how many juniors, returning experience on offense, defense this year?
Well, we've got 4 seniors, but now, mind you, experience-wise, they're not seniors. As we've been in the habit of getting, we've got first-year seniors coming out. Now, we've got a couple of kids with some ability, big lineman, a skilled guy that can run, and we're finally getting them out for their senior year. Our junior class is got 13 or 14 kids, and these are the ones that have been playing down in, down out for us all through the years. And prime examples, as they lined up as 9th graders, they've gone from 150 pounds to 180 pounds now. The guys to my left here were, I remember seeing them with tears in their eyes as they're loading that bus coming home. And I just, re-emphasize to them that, boys, you got to trust the process. One of these days, it'll be our day. And you got to work through it. And this is life. You get your tail kicked sometime, and you got to scramble up your feet and keep moving. And they've done it. We're going to be a better football team because of that fact. And we've got most of our kids coming back, as you would think. And we're excited. We'll be a better version of ourselves this year.
Coach, how many players total?
26.
And how has the summer gone?
It's gone well. Now at Brindlee, we have to we designate June as the sport for the multi-sport kid to cross over, and I'll tell you one bad experience, and it's unfortunate for this kid, but one of our leaders up front involved in June basketball tore his ACL. He was our center, and so that's we play multiple sports, we do multiple things at a small school, and it's unfortunate. I like them running up and down the court and in the month of June, but that was a tough one right there. And but now these kids are resilient, and he'll battle back. He'll be back on his feet a year from now and be a heck of a football player. And he's actually a 9th grader this year, and so he'll be back and ready to go.
Coach, I get to talk with you every week, and I feel like I've gotten to know you pretty well over these last several years. So I feel like I can ask this without you ripping my head off.
Oh man!
But You mentioned in your opening statement about having to go through some of those I-75, doors and playing
Yeah,
the fives,
yeah.
the plain views, and all of that.
Yeah.
You and I had an opportunity last year, not only on our coaches' breakfast, but that one Friday evening you had to come up to Fife. And I met you on the field pregame, and you and I stood around for 5 minutes and talked. You mentioned to me going and playing not only those teams, but seeing those types of atmospheres, that kind of tradition that some of these schools have, and you wanted your kids to see that. Well, now you wipe all that off, and you're taking on a region that Brindlee Mountain, for the most part, hasn't seen, especially in your Naughton region. How has that, in the last few years, helped you guys get to where you feel like maybe we can not only do something a little special that Brindlee Mountain hasn't done yet, but also maybe be a little more competitive?
Well, that level of play, that when you walk out onto the field, whether it's Plainview, Fife, Geraldine, Sylvania, you get the feeling that it means something. And these guys, these are high school kids that look, and regardless of what they say or do, they'd like to be in those shoes where it's important. And there's nothing more heartbreaking than to work a kid and put a kid through the grindstone and not see it worthwhile for him. There's nothing worse. And I think about it all the time on my drives home at night. And I just hope that level of play, that level of competition has inspired them to work. And they've had great work ethic. Not only inspiring them to work, but understand that you may not see that Fife across the line of scrimmage, but when the ball snapped for 6 to 8 seconds, everybody's in that same boat. And, hopefully getting their headgear turned around every now and then it has led them to the point of wanting to do that themselves. And regardless of who we play, regardless of what the region schedule looks like, all grass is the same, the lines are the same, and we're excited. It's a good group.
Coach Williams touched on his program still feeling the impacts of COVID-19. Would you say that's similar with your team?
Yeah. As he talked, and he's a good guy, and I felt like he was talking for me as well. COVID with our kids, we really have trouble getting to the school, getting to the campus. And when COVID came, I remember thinking to myself, my gosh, how in the world are we going to get them here? So you throw in the COVID, you throw in the economic situations of just putting gas in your vehicle, and getting to work and getting to school without buses running. COVID was a big deal, and to get us off routine, and it's been a heck of a last couple of years, and I'll even go a step further, and probably not many people know this, but we feel like we're a lot like Asbury, and we're really similar with the kids and the demographics, and a year ago we're getting ready to play Asbury, and probably our best overall player the Sunday before, he's quarantined, can't play, and I'm going, my goodness. The Tuesday, now the Monday, half of us are all out. We think we're going to be quarantined, think we're going to be done. Well, we come back on Tuesday, we get back Tuesday, and we have a bomb threat. School is out. They turn us loose. Wednesday and Thursday, that historic flood hit the Arab area. School is shut down. We have our first practice to play Asbury, our rivals. We have our first practice at 1:30 on Friday. That's the kind of year it's been. And that's the kind of past couple of years it's been. Now, would it make a difference? I don't know. That's not what I'm referring to. But just the struggles and the fights that we've been through. And it's my job to get them to scramble up, and I hope one day, when I'm laying in that casket, they're not going to be able to say I'm lazy, and hopefully they'll say I was a good influence and help them learn to scramble up as well.
Coach Garner, of course, a lot of folks says, you talk about other coaches being great people. A lot of people says that about you. You can tell you're passionate for football. You're passionate about these kids, and you want to win more than anybody. What I want to ask the kids is, I know you want to win for yourself, but how special would it be? Because Coach Garner believes in you. It would be great to be successful on the field, win some football games, because this guy right here has been through it too, just like y'all have.
Go ahead, Evan. Speak up.
It'd be amazing to win. We haven't really ever won. We don't really know what winning feels like. And I remember one time in middle school we won against Woodville, and that's really the only time we really won. And I don't really know. It'd just be really good to win, though.
It'd be good to break the streak. So
It would be an accomplishment for Brindlee Mountain to win a varsity football game.
Guys, on that note, you're in the locker room with your guys. You've worked out all summer with them, or you've played with them. Is the attitude different? Do y'all feel the attitude different this year going into the 2022 season?
Yes, sir. I feel it's a lot better this year. There's more effort, I feel like, all around between everybody, and there's more leaders on the team this year. I feel like more people have taken leadership over than the past few years, and it just feels like people are pushing people more to get better and just be better.
we've had more people in the weight room, getting ever stronger, and it'll help in the new schedule. It'll help.
What was the question again?
It's about the attitude of the team this year.
Yeah, everybody's gotten a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit better. We've improved a lot and worked a lot harder.
Coach, looking at their schedule this year, obviously some of those teams have changed. We talked to Coach Williams at Asbury, different region for you, 3A Region 7. But if you look at the schedule at the beginning, it's backloaded as far as, I want to say, the tougher teams. And you've got a chance to go in that first 3 or 4 weeks and line up and compete with some of these guys.
Yeah, and you said the key word, compete. And what I want to see the look in their eyes as we gather up at the end of the third quarter. And I want to see that look to where we've got a shot, we've got a chance. Let's put them away. Let's make a play. Let's suck it up. And just that's what it's all about. And for what they go through, every kid deserves a chance to understand that the prize is just beyond your reach. And so this will be our year. We'll get there.
Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate your coming today. Good luck this year. Thanks, Coach.
Thank
Thanks,
y'all.
guys.
We appreciate it. And we do apologize for being late. I'll hear about this, I'm quite sure, this afternoon.